Hey everyone, AJ here again with a new episode of SwiftUI for Newbies, and what we're going to focus on is shadows. So I'm definitely going to dive into this. It's going to be another quick episode here. We're gonna create a, you know what, actually, I wonder if I can open recent document frames. Let me just see what this is all about. Yeah, so let's get rid of this, and let's get rid of this. Yeah, I'm actually going to use this guy. So this, you're going to see this design. This is a design from my past video. I believe it was with padding. And what I have here is, two cards. So Apple has done a great job of adding some preset shadows that you can use. Excuse me. And in this example one, radius just means blur, right? Like how wide, right? This looks good. I'm not gonna lie. This looks, better than most code editors as a default. This looks pretty good. 20. This looks like, you'd probably see this in an iOS app. What if you want to get more customization when it comes to the shadow, though, right? Shadow to me is one of the most important things when it comes to user interface, along with padding. If you don't have the correct spacing, it can throw off your whole design. And with shadows, if you don't use the shadows correctly, it can ruin what you're trying to pop on the screen. So with this, I'm going to show you what I would do. I would do a dot shadow, and would do a color. And what I do is a color lit. Come in here. We'll worry about that later. We'll do a radius of 30, X 0, and Y 15. So these are all the traits for shadow that you can customize. I'm personally going to come in here, and I'm going to click Other. I'm going to grab this really deep blue, and what you're going to see is, wow, this is very vibrant, right? But again, this is not kind of what we're going for. So what I want is less of this. This is at 100 opacity right now, which we can fix by doing a dot opacity, and we can do, I just want to see what dot 0.03 looks like. Maybe 5. So if we come up, you can see, I think that blue shadow makes that card pop a lot more than the default black shadow that Apple offers. That's just me. Now, keep in mind, when it comes to customizing a shadow that is the same color or, same tone as your card or whatever you're trying to enhance, please, guys, use the darkest color. So if we were to use this light blue here, it wouldn't look as good. The reason why I took the dark blue is because with shadows, you want to make sure you're using a dark color, because this you can tell is similar color to this blue, the shadow, and it makes it pop more, right? So keep that in mind. And also, if you're using Figma or Sketch, when you're designing this stuff, the opacity element in those programs are a lot stronger. So, in Figma, I usually use a 15% to 25% opacity range. In SwiftUI, I'm finding myself using like 30 to 40% opacity range. So it's something to mess with, because if I do this, right, like the shadow's going to get less and less. Like, you're barely going to see it. Like, that's why I think, I personally like the 0.35. I think that looks really, really good here. This looks great. So that's pretty much it for the shadow. The shadow episode. We already created this, all these, this design element, this design, I guess, in another episode. You're more than welcome to reference it. This is, I believe, no. Oh, no, I didn't actually. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate what we did here. And if you want to watch the rest of this, great. Actually, no, this is all basic. You guys can definitely do this. I just really wrapped this in an H stack, and then I put this H stack into a V stack with the text. And then what I did was I added a Z stack in the background with a frame. So this stuff is just kind of sitting on top of the Z stack right here. And the Z stack has this frame, background color, corner radius, and then a shadow. And then I just copied it and did the same thing, except added a customized shadow. So I hope this kind of, encourages you to not use Apple's default. I mean, I think if you're able to customize it, jump in here and customize your shadow color and what it looks like, I think you become a better front-end developer and your apps look a lot better. You're going to see a lot more. I mean, you see a lot of this. You see this trend already, but just wait until SwiftUI is finally up to speed. iOS 14 is rolled out. You're going to see a ton of this shadow, colored shadow is what I call it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.